liquids and gases, and you know what a solid, a liquid, and gas is.
Yeah, I've learned those.
You've learnt what they are. You've heard the names. This is not a new concept to you. No. Okay, so you've heard them before. So, Caitlin, can you tell me what you think a gas is?
I think a gas is kind of like helium. They're like, it takes up space and stuff, but I don't know any others. I just think of helium.
Okay, so what if I told you that this balloon was filled with air coming from me? And it is actually a gas.
Is air a gas?
Air is a gas. When you blow into the balloon, you have your oxygen coming out from your insides, and it goes straight into the balloon.
Yeah.
And we breathe oxygen, which is a gas.
Oh.
So this balloon is filled with oxygen, which is air, which is all around us. It takes up space.
Yeah.
So oxygen, gases, all types of gases have to take up some sort of space.
Yeah.
Or they just float around in the air. And you can't see a gas.
Yep.
So its observable feature is actually being in something.
Yep.
Is actually taking up a space. So like a balloon, for example.
Ah.
Okay, so does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? So you understand that air is a gas as well?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Next we're going to have a look at liquid. So here we have some water.
Mm-hmm.
And can you tell me what you think liquid is?
Well, like water, I think it's stuff we can drink, and I think it's stuff like water and milk, and we can drink them, and they can pour.
Okay, so if I asked you to pick that up, Caitlin, could you pick up the water that's actually inside the little container here?
No, I can't pick it up.
No, you can't pick it up. You can't physically hold it in your hand?
No.
So liquid observable features are runny. You can't hold it in your hand. So
wet,
you can drink
maybe?
it. Wet. Yeah, good. That's a very good example, Caitlin. Wet. It's wet. And it conforms to a shape. Just like the gas was. It was conforming to a shape.
So if I tipped this out, it wouldn't look like that?
It wouldn't look like that. No, how about we pour it into this?
Okay.
If we pour it into that, it's changed shape, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And if you kept pouring that, it would spill over because it had nowhere else to go. A lot like gas. If you open the balloon, the gas would go everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you keep pouring this, it's just going to fall over everywhere, spill everywhere, and that part that's already on the floor isn't going to have a shape.
Yeah.
So that's what liquid is. So I'll just pour that back into there. Now I'm going to introduce you. What do you think a solid is, Caitlin?
I think a solid's kind of like chairs and woods and rocks and just hard things.
Hard things. So here we have a little fishing sinker. Yep. It's a fishing sinker. It's hard. Can you pick it up, Caitlin? I'm going to put it on the ground. Can you pick it up?
Yep.
Yeah, you can pick it up. You can hold it in your hand.
Yep.
So an observable feature of a solid is you're able to pick it up. It's hard. Usually it's hard. If it falls on the ground, it won't conform to any shape.
No.
So if we put it in here,
okay,
it's not going to conform to that, is it?
No, it's still a sphere.
It's still a sphere, so it's still its shape. And if you pour it back out, it's still its shape. So solids will not change shape.
Okay.
Okay. So now, Caitlin, is this a liquid, solid, or a gas?
I don't think I'd be able to pick it up.
Yeah.
So
just like we did before with the water, you couldn't pick it up?
And I don't think if I poured it out that it'd be able to hold a shape like it's holding in this container. So I think, well, it's not hard. Well, it's definitely not hard. I think it would be a liquid then.
A liquid then, because you can see it. It's not see-through, just like the water was, but you can still see it. So it's definitely not a gas because you can see it. It's not a solid because you can't pick it up, you can't hold it, and it conforms to its shape just like the water did before. So liquid, that was very good, Caitlin. What about plastic? What do you think that is, Caitlin? Do you think it's a solid, a liquid, or a gas? Remembering back to everything that we've looked at?
Well, I don't think it's a gas because it doesn't. Gas. I can't see gas.
Good girl.
So I definitely don't think it's that. But I don't think it's the water either. I mean the liquid. Sorry. Because it doesn't seem like it needs to be poured. I can hold it. I can't hold the liquids.
You can hold it.
So I think we had solids and liquids and gases, right? I think it would probably be a solid then.
A solid? We couldn't move this, could we? We couldn't bend it. Can you move that?
Yeah, it's stretchy and it's bendy and I can twist it and stuff. Yeah.
So just because you can bend it and move it around doesn't mean it's not a solid.
Yeah.
Because it's still hard. You can still see it because you couldn't see a gas. And it's still there.
It's got a shape.
It's got a shape to it. Yeah. Exactly. Will it conform if we put it into something like that? Will it conform? No, it just spills out. But you can still see it's holding its own shape.
Yeah.
So therefore, plastic is also a solid. So Yeah.